of such incidents. Thank you very much, Daniel Jima, for your message. You either send it to us via Facebook or you join us via 1406. You type leave a space and follow that with your message. Now let me go to your story as reported by myjoyonline.com. You're still on Focus 94.3 on your community watch, and it says here that I'm quoting exactly from the document, the story: the emerging resentment within the New Patriotic Party over allegations of executive alignment to blocks seeking the presidential candidature of the party on Wednesday turned nasty on Accra-based Hot FM. The member of Parliament for Asin North, Kennedy Ohenechapon, who would not be restrained, poured out harsh words on an elder of the party in the region for daring to reprimand him or employing what he thought were unkindly words. And I do Asabre, a former chairman of the NBB at Asante Achim North, had described Kennedy Japon as too proud and boastful because he has suggested that a lot of money was going into the campaign effort to elect a party flag bearer, as well as building the NPP into a formidable party, and should therefore be spared what he thought were needless distractions. Now, Kennedy Japon had himself publicly lampooned Kennedy Kankam, suspended Ashanti Regional organizer, for openly declaring support for Alan Chemanten's bid to be elected flag bearer. Now, on Hot FM today, Nana Edu Asabre counseled that if anyone had any piece of advice to offer within the party or any perceived wrong, it should be held away from the public, describing also Japan's claim of sinking a lot of money into the party as boastful in Akan parlance, a display of high pride. We're looking at the earlier directive and how well it's going to help the party in respect of the upcoming Congress in August. This is your Community Watch on Focus 94.3.
FM. A lot of my friends listen to it at work.
You want it tomorrow? You made it today.
I just don't grow tired of listening to it.
Focus. I love it.
It's 6 minutes after 9. You're still on Community Watch on Focus 94.3. So we're going to the New Patriotic Party's Congress in August and the developments in respect of the directive by the General Secretary and how that is going to affect the party. Now, Frank Edu, wherever you are, still announcing that you come for your pack of ATM cards from Cowbank, Barclays, and One Switch card and its wallet. Come to Focus FM at the Great Hall of the KNUST and then claim them with a valid ID card, of course. Frank Edu, I do have them here. So be here for them. And then back to the program outline for the night of tribute to the late Eva Alodina Ajua Agnes. It's taking place on the 30th of this month, the 30th of April on Friday. The program outline are as follows. From 6:30 to 7 on Friday will be a candlelight procession from Queen's Hall or the Queen Elizabeth II Hall to the Independence Hall. Now, arrival of guests will be from 7 p.m. Opening prayer will be from 7 to 7:10, and then minute of silence will be observed for her. After that will be the introduction and acknowledgement. An introduction of chairman, of course, will be done as well by the Dean of Students, and then the chairman's response. There will be a song by a choir. The tributes will be by the following people: friends, course-mates, roommate, PAX member or delegate from PAX, representative from the family, and then the musical interlude. Leaders will be the Independence Hall President, Africa Hall President, Queen's Hall President, that's the Queen Elizabeth II Hall President, and then Business School President. SRC executives to be there will include a representative from the SRC executives, the SRC President, and then the Dean of Students will be there. Chairman's closing remarks will be from 9 to 9:30, and then there will be a vote of thanks by the MC. So the following will be making tributes. So the friends include the course mate, a roommate, a PAX member or a delegate from PAX, representative from the family, then a musical interlude. Leaders will also be paying tribute to the late Eva Alodina, which should include Independence Hall President, Africa Hall President, Queen's Hall President, and then Business School President. SRC executives will also do that. A representative from the SRC will do that. The SRC President will do that. And then the Dean of Students will do that. And then we'll have a chairman's closing remarks. And then there will be a vote of thanks by the MC. So, according to this schedule, we are expecting that by 9:15 in the night, the tribute should have been done. So there will be a candlelight procession from Queen Elizabeth II Hall to the Independence Hall from 6:30. Be there or endeavor to be there. 9 minutes after that. Let's get to the panel here in the studios, and if you could get closer to your microphones for me. 1406, you type F, leave a space, and follow that with your message. Let's start from George Eji. Okay, Rashid Ejafo. The MPP directives in respect of the upcoming Congress, it has brought about a lot of, say, effervescences.
Unfortunately for the MPP, they are still not learning from their mistakes. The same mistakes they committed and took them to opposition. Is the same things that I feel they are still doing. And I said it here the day we were reviewing Atta Kennedy's book, that they really would have to listen to the man. I remember then William Oforiatta in the studio was all over here telling me that no, he's a saboteur and all that. Atta, I would before I get to Kenya, Japan, I will start from what is going on with party headquarters and all that. You see, Jacob Echebilante going to donate going to deliver funds given to him by Akufo-Addo on behalf of Akufo. Those things are on and status. As a matter of fact, I don't have a problem since we come from we are trained as Africans and come from that cultural line. I don't have a problem, because normally, so if somebody is going to a funeral and you ask the person, say Bonsama Mia, it's not bad in principle, but the aftermath and the position in which you find yourself, that one is something you have to take.
This is the Super Hit Show.
It's not just any ordinary person like Kwesi Rashidu can do that. Two, look at what happened in party on during the. I was told one lady said he was pasting Pro's poster and Akufo-Addo's campaign boys, of which Akufo-Addo has denounced those people as his campaign boys. Maybe they are his fans, but he don't know them in person. Also preventing a woman from pasting the banner or the poster. And then there's the party headquarters. For crying out loud, there will be national executives in there. As far as it's open, there's the national executive there. So as a national executive officer, or even if there's a security man, don't allow them to manhandle the lady. And these things keep on creating gullies and cracks in MPP. They keep on giving them problems upon problems, day in, day out. But they wouldn't listen. They least in the right to the media. They least in the right, they take it to the media. And they keep on killing themselves. Now to Kenya, Japan. Atta, he's talking too much. What does he mean by his money? He's the only one who is spending on MPP. I remember very much what Akufo-Addo did for MPP during the Kumipreku days, when MP was in the formative stages, when he came from London. He single-handedly used these funds to run all over Ghana to form MPP. So if you can in Japan, you are now saying that your money. People started it. The likes of Alan's father, they started it. Dr. Darocha, the late Darocha. They were running MPP, even though they might not be using their funds. They were using their legal brains to run MPP. So if today it's your turn, it's a non-starter for you to sit anywhere and say that you are spending your money, blah blah blah. I don't believe. Seriously, I'm not a fan of Ken. Because of some of his utterances. And I've never been a fan of Rollins because of his utterances. I don't believe in those who just rush to the media to say something that doesn't make sense to me. It might make sense to someone else, but to me, that, as I said, people have spent more than he's spending. People have risked and laid down their life more than he's doing. So if things are not going on well, it is not for him to sit on radio to insult people. And for an elderly man in the party, not even any ordinary person, but an elderly man someone who has been a constituency chairman before. It gives room for people like, as the young one like George, who are still in the party, to also insult such people. But if Ken, who is a big man, is telling this man that he's a fool, why can't George tell him he's a fool? That's the point. And I've always been against some of those things. So I'm begging the MPP, if they really want to come back to power, then they should stop some of this cracks they are creating in their party. Alan, Akufo-Addo, factionalism is very good, very okay. But the way they are handling it so